I bet you didn't know these features RobTop has hidden away from the gaming community. Every day we uncover new things we didn't know about Geometry Dash, but I decided to look into the code of the game and I found the most mysterious secrets no one ever discovered. Starting off, you probably know about secret ways in Geometry Dash levels, but what if I told you that RobTop has some too in the main levels? That's right, you can skip past parts without hacks and get easy stars. In Theory of Everything, you can jump right here for these saw blades and skip the last 13% to the level. In Hexagon Force, if you stay mini in this ship, later on in the level, you can jump off and skip the last 22% of the level. And as many people already know, the challenge is completely broken, and you can skip a lot of jumps, especially here at the end, where you can skip the final cube section like so. Next up, did you know that RobTop actually has illegal blocks that you can use in the editor without hacks? This start position isn't normal, it's glitched, and is actually visible and functions as a solid in normal mode. This is a transition trigger that was never put in the toolbar of the game. It makes objects fade in and out in a randomized fashion. I can almost guarantee that you don't know this next secret. You're probably familiar with the fact that you can't comment on the main levels such as Stereo Madness. Or can you? If you thought that you could only comment on user-made levels, you'd be wrong, because a guy by the name of SMJS managed to change the appearance of Stereo Madness so that he could comment on it. He did this by using a cheat engine, so it'd be really hard for you to replicate this, but regardless, I find this one really insane. This next secret is really cool. RobTop said in this comment that if you guys subscribe to GD Groundflower, he'll give you free stars, so go do that, guys. There's an early version of the 2.2 editor which anyone can access without hacks. Just make a level, verify it, publish it, and then play it to make sure the game recognizes it. Now go over to Geometry Dash World and you can go into the editor of that level. Here you can use many features, such as the zoom and random trigger. Next up, you may not have known that there's some unused triggers in the code of the game. This is the shadow trigger. It adds a backdrop to objects, and you can configure the settings of how it does that. There's also the duplicate trigger. It will copy all objects with a certain group and move them wherever you want it to go. I found these triggers in a beta version of the code for the 2.0 update. These triggers probably never got added, as RobTop felt that the editor would be too hard to bug fix, or that the editor would be just too complicated. This next secret I find astonishing. Recently, RubRub made a test server for the 2.2 update that no one knew about until now. Here, he made some minor changes to 2.2, such as spelling changes, but the major thing that he added was a fix to the main level coins. The Polargeist third coin was nerfed just a bit for those little Timmies. Base after Base's second coin was completely rerouted to be a lot better now. The last Can't Let Go coin was completely changed to be easier to spot and perform. Theory of Everything's first coin was moved back to create an alternate and better route. Electroman Adventure's third coin was moved to the top, since no one goes there anyway, and was actually buffed to be harder. The first coin in Blast Processing had a little extra challenge added. And finally, Finger Dash's last coin was changed to require a bit more collectible coins to match modern day wave skills. Did you know that RobTop had a whole portal and orb to be planned into Geometry Dash that we never knew about? That's right, it actually took me over a month of searching to find this information. I found it in a DM from 2013. Rob was talking to a friend about adding a peach orb. This would function like a yellow orb, but once you land on another solid, it will jump for you. So the physics of this peach orb were probably decided by the yellow and pink orb, as those two colors make peach. Rob was also planning to add a peach portal. It would work as a gravity portal, but would switch your gravity either if you're up or down. Then it would jump for you once you land. I find this very cool, and it's honestly a real shame that this doesn't exist. Finally, no one ever thought about what's about to come. I discovered an entire level that never got released. You may already know about the level Active that was planned to release in 1.5. Of course that never happened. However, I found a leaked copy of a test server that RobTop made all the way back in 1.7. Looking into a code, there's the level by the name of Roll. There is actually no data for this level, but there is actually a song file that goes with it. So let's see that now. Yeah, check the upload date, guys. It's April Fool's. Every fact in this video is actually completely made up. This video is heavily inspired by GD Colon, so thanks my man. Alright, sorry for purposely spreading misinformation on the internet, but you should know better than to trust a YouTuber on April Fools.